Here are the three things you need to know for the upcoming week. It is going to be warm for the middle of the week, but then as we head towards Labor Day weekend, it's likely going to get hot with high temperatures near or possibly above 90 degrees. Now, I will say right now, it doesn't look like it will be as bad as last week, and it also doesn't look to be as humid, so the heat index values when it does warm up will be a lot closer to the actual temperatures. As far as rainfall goes, we are going to see little to no rainfall for the next week. And looking at futurecasts, I'm just going to let this go through time. Sunshine for the most part tomorrow, maybe a few showers rolling through late into the night. But for the most part, we are still going to remain dry Tuesday. We'll see more sunshine. That will continue for Wednesday as well. Really, there's going to be no chance of rainfall for the next 10 days, except for that small risk I mentioned Wednesday night. And it's not just La Crosse, it's really all of the surrounding areas going to continue to see the dry conditions, which unfortunately will make the drought worse for our area. Here's a look at the precipitation forecast for the next week. This goes through Saturday at 5 a.m. And La Crosse is expected to get nothing, not even a drop of rainfall. Now, a drop of rain is possible, but we're likely going to remain a 1/10 of an inch at best. So although, temperature-wise, it won't be too bad to start the week, we definitely need the rainfall because our drought has been pretty bad across Wisconsin, and unfortunately, it looks like it will get worse. Now, for temperatures, tonight won't be too bad, pretty close to normal. We'll see lows around 60 for La Crosse. Surrounding areas will drop into the 50s, and for tomorrow, it's not going to be too bad. Definitely a little bit warm compared to today, with high temperatures in the lower 80s, but some surrounding areas could see highs in the upper 70s. But looking at the 6 to 10 day temperature outlook, this is right in the middle of Labor Day. We are going to see likely well above average temperatures for not just La Crosse, but really all of the central and eastern portions of the United States. So we're certainly not going to be alone when it comes to this heat. So for the middle of the week, it's definitely going to be warm, but not too bad with high temperatures in the lower 80s. And then they're going to jump up to around 90 for Friday, and that will continue throughout the weekend and next week. Now, compared to the heat outbreak we had last week, we did have temperatures close to 100. We're not going to see that, and it's going to be a little bit drier, so the heat index values will possibly stay below 100 and pretty close to the actual temperatures. Still a little bit unclear how hot it could get. Some models are pushing the temperatures up a bit higher, but majority of models have been consistent with high temperatures right around 90. The further western located, though, the hotter it will be. As a little bit closer to Iowa and Minnesota, it could possibly reach 100. Now, looking at the next 10 days, as I mentioned, we are going to be very dry with those hotter temperatures over Labor Day weekend. It does look like for the middle of next week, we may start to see the temperatures drop a bit, and we also could maybe see an afternoon storm next Tuesday, but as far as rainfall goes, we're not going to see much of it. So to recap, comfortable, maybe a bit warm through Thursday, and then hot for Labor Day weekend, but as I mentioned, not as bad as the heat last week.